This is Saint-Leonard, Quebec, in the heart of Portneuf County. For generations, people here have made a living doing a little mixed farming, lumbering, and harvesting maple syrup. But they do something else here that is unique in all of Quebec. The people of Portneuf County are charcoal makers. It's a cold fall morning in the hills above Saint-Leonard, and Mathieu Moras is on his way to work. Mathieu's family has lived off this rugged land for 160 years. Much of their livelihood comes from the hardwood that blankets the hills of Portneuf County. The best birch, maple, and beech is made into quality furniture and paper, but nothing goes to waste. This load of low-grade logs is destined to become charcoal for your backyard barbecue or local restaurant. Mathieu dumps his load of logs at one of the family charcoal ovens high in the hills. He then joins his brothers, Gervais and Jérôme, to help load the kiln. Each kiln holds about 10 cords of hardwood and will eventually produce 10,000 pounds of charcoal. But it's not simply a matter of throwing in the wood and lighting a match. There's an art to loading a kiln. The logs have to be arranged by size and tightly packed. Older brother Victor arrives with a final load of logs to top up the kiln. Charcoal making has a long history in Portneuf County. For the Moras brothers, it's a family affair that goes back 3 generations. Lou J. Moras figures he's climbed this road 10,000 times in his 74 years. This is the place where his father and his grandfather built their first kiln back in 1922, supplying charcoal to shipbuilders along the St. Lawrence River. Lou J. bought this kiln from his father and rebuilt it brick by brick. Although it now stands abandoned, this kiln served Lou J. well for over 40 years. Now, charcoal isn't exactly black gold. No one ever got rich making it, but it's independent, honest work, and Lou J. is proud the torch has been passed to his sons. By now, the kiln is packed to the roof, and it's time to fire it up. Gervais shoves the torch into a tunnel they've left under the pile of logs.
Ouais, OK. Pour moi, je suis pas pire demain. Les bûches sont là. Il prend, là.
Soon, billows of white smoke fill the air. It's a signal the fire is burning properly. For the next 5 or 6 days, Mathieu will control the blaze by regulating the flow of air through small ports at the base of the kiln. The secret of making charcoal is creating an intense, even heat so that the bulk of the wood is transformed into pure carbon. In the meantime, there's a kiln in another part of the forest that needs checking on.
Holy smoke, look at this.
This fire's been burning for 3 days now, and the smoke has turned from fluffy white to thick blue.
So when that smoke is blue, c'est prêt, it's ready. How hot is it in there?
À l'intérieur, c'est environ 800 degrés Fahrenheit.
Right. 800 degrees Fahrenheit? That's hot. But tu fais ça toute ta vie? Are you going to do this your whole lifetime?
Oui, probablement.
Comme ton père and like your father before you? Là, je vais chez nous, puis je vais faire une barbecue avec ton charcoal.
Oui, j'espère bien, j'espère bien.
Ouais, ouais. OK.
It's time to seal off the ports and gradually choke off the blaze. In another couple of days, the fire will burn itself out. Then the charcoal will be left to cool for 5 or 6 more days before it's unloaded. This time around, Jérôme has drawn shovel duty. This is the real dirty work. There are 5 tons of charcoal to heave from the oven into a bin that will take it to the local wholesaler. For Jérôme and his brothers, charcoal making remains an important part of their woodlot operations. It's a job that kind of leaves its mark on you. The Morass family has lived in this same house on the outskirts of Saint-Leonard for over 60 years. Lou J has lived here since he was a boy, and he and his wife Lorraine raised 10 children of their own in this house. Tonight, many of them are here with their families. And there's a new generation on the way up. No doubt there'll be a Morass or two eager to carry on the family tradition. You see, in this part of the country, it's just something that's in the air.
Just can't wait to get on the road again. I wanted to fulfill my dream of being able to travel, combine music, the family, and everything else, and it worked great.